lot of online apps that are offering real estate services, right? How is that a threat to what we do?
We don't see it as a threat,
right? We don't see it necessarily.
I don't see it as a threat,
right? We don't see Zillow.
If you're an agent that doesn't do much,
yeah,
you're not. It's probably going to replace you.
right.
If you're the agent that just opens the door and doesn't know the difference between a water heater and an HVAC, because there's 1,000,001 agents out there.
Right.
Those
Right.
are probably gone. But the guys, the brokerages that do offer the personal touch, know the hyperlocal, that company, they can't offer that. They're a big, and that's fine. That's why we're small, and that's why we're going to stay that way.
Right.
It's a threat to them. I don't see it as a threat to us.
Right. I don't see it as a threat to us. It is if you're really good at what you do.
Right.
Right. And your personal knowledge.
Right.
And your personal relationship.
Mhm.
Right. I mean, I've used some of these online applications where they'll do an estimate on your home, right? And they'll also buy your home, right?
Mhm.
Guess what? They're buying it to turn around and sell it and flip it quickly.
Yeah.
Right?
To make even more.
There's a profit motive there for them, right? That they have to make so much money on a given transaction,
Right.
right? Some of their estimates that they'll give you on the value of your home, they're not there to see your home.
No.
I am. Did you put on a $130,000 master bedroom suite on the back end of your house, or are they just evaluating based upon what your neighbor across the street sold it for just recently and down the street just recently? Is the basement finished and how well is it finished, right? They don't know any of that stuff. They don't want to take the time to do that because they're transaction driven.
Correct. And that's okay. That again, back to our point, that's fine. We hope it stays that way because that's what will keep us around.
How many clients have you gone into and you say, well, what do you think your house is worth? Right? And they'll give you a low number. And you say, I'm looking at this, and you just toured the house. You and I just toured the house. Do they understand that master bedroom suite that you just put on the back of there? Your house is actually worth $55,000 more than what you think it is.
The one we listed over in there's one in Mount Washington.
Yeah.
He thought $250. I said we got to be at $299.
Yeah.
And we got $315.
Right.
So I'd say where Zillow's going to say, what do you think your house is worth? Hoping you say, yeah, you're probably right. $250.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they'll buy for you for $250 and you left $65,000.
Right.
But that's the difference between a bigger player. Bigger player is going to cast a bigger net, where we're going to be more hyper local and we're going to know the industry a lot better in little pockets than they ever could.
Plus, are they going to be there when it comes time? We think of real estate as, they're just going to sell my house. Well, by God, we got to get through inspections. There's really three pieces of this, right? First is the contract, right?
Yep.
First is contract on the house, coming to equitable terms. Second is inspections. How do I get through inspections, right? And how do I make sure I have the people to correct those issues that came up in the inspections?
Right.
Third one is the finance hurdle, right? Do people have the right connections to go to the right mortgage person to get the right mortgage? Right? Those kind of things. So it's not just, my house is on. I always tell people, right? This whole business is nothing but setting expectations, right? I always tell people, what do I tell people? If it's under contract, it ain't sold. Tell everybody it's not sold. Tell everybody it's pending, right? It's pending inspections and pending financing, right?
It is.
I mean, we've got several hurdles to jump here before we're at the closing table exchanging checks.
Correct.
You and I both know it's not for lack of leads in this business, it's for lack of follow-up.